Hello everyone, my name is Wade the Wallaby. Welcome back to another recording. So, you might be looking at the thumbnail of the video and you probably understand what's going on. But either way, sorry about that. Again, I can't figure out either way, let's get to the point. I'm concerned about what YouTube is doing. They've been doing this thing since 2019. The CARPA system, child safety. But it seems like this child safety thing is not working properly. And I have heard people complain about the system. It's not working. And I will give you the reasons. Number one, actually no, there's a lot of reasons. First of all, you probably remember me talking about, or if you're on my social media, you're probably familiar with something I've been talking about. Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood video. That video, I'm not talking about my video, I'm talking about another YouTuber that seems to be violating their terms of service. But YouTube, on the other hand, keeps giving me these automated messages saying, oh, we're going to look into it. They're all automated. They're not human. So, I'm taking this to the big leagues. I'm done with this. It's been months. So I'm actually looking forward to contacting social services because number one, that this is a violation of multiple things. Number two, this game is for mature. It's only for people that are above 17 and up to play the game. And it is definitely not for children. I will actually, once I get this video done and uploaded, I will add in the post that I did, and you can see YouTube doing their thing on X. Yeah, so I asked Copilot, what should I do? I even contacted this Federal Trade Commissioning, I think it's called. I'm not sure if that's going to work or not. But either way, I have no idea. But this thing is going so bad, that's not even the only video. According to Copilot, there are several of these Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood videos that are, I'm not talking about like werewolf games in general. There might be some that are safe. But when YouTube wants to disable comments and not have autoplay, the system is not working. It's obviously not working because people and AI, it seems like that a human has to manage things. I understand YouTube has grown big, but this is a problem. If you make a system that is perfectly used to prevent kids by doing violent acts. And this is the reason why. However, the big elephant in the room, not literally, the biggest thing is the parenting issues. Most of these parents don't care about their children. They think their child is perfect. That's not how it works. Especially once they hit 13 years old, YouTube ignores that. But before they turn 13, they're considered children, according to CARPA. I really don't care about that, but why am I talking about 2019? Because in 2019, one YouTuber had to make them view for kids until he realized, oh, it really wasn't that bad. Yeah, you could still be an adult and like Legos. I think his name is Amarty Aragon. I will put him in the description if I remember to put it on there. But I will put him on there, and you can't, however, there are ways of actually, as far as I remember, you can still add videos that are suggested. You can't, as you're watching a video, you can't add it to a playlist because it's for kids. It's really strange. Why not autoplay? Oh, it's too violent. Really? There are some weird conflicting answers here. I'm sure that YouTube is just going to say the same thing over and over because it's, oh, we're making sure. Bullshit. If you're making it sure, why aren't you going out there and reviewing these videos that have violence? Like murder, blood, gore, bad words, serious bad words. Really? Are you serious? This is the stuff that you program into the system, YouTube. It's not my fault. You did it to yourself. And how about you either, number one, you remove the system, or number two, get some humans out there and actually work about it. And teach people how to parent properly. Because apparently these kids are being raised by other kids. Because there's too many kids on the planet. That is a true fact. There are too many people on this earth and they have to go. I'm sorry. It's just too many people. I'm not just saying that because of my disability. I'm really saying that. Even my mom says the same thing. It's a big problem. And obviously, it's, serious. So, without that out of the way, I'm sorry I'm ranting. But this is the truth. Honestly, if you were looking what I was just holding a pilot chart. Basically, this is what they used to use. I'm not sure they still use it. To navigate the stars. To navigate the flight path. My grandpa used that. I never met him because he died before I was born. Man, Simon, you made it big stuff. Simon, my cat. Either way. Now, I have not tried YouTube Kids. And here's why. I'm 24 years old. But I'm not going to do it unless if someone's actually trying to tell me to investigate. And the only reason why I'm not doing it is because if I do get reached out and if I am important enough to investigate these topics and actually get people taken down, then I will, of course, investigate this. Because even before, I just thought there's no reporting system on YouTube Kids. I never tried it. I don't know much about it. And this is the problem. See, when YouTube made this program, they really thought they were making it. But as you know, apparently there's AI. That's a problem because AI can also confuse things that are not inappropriate. Things such as maybe even laughing or someone even Markiplier. Markiplier even got a strike because of violence. Because people probably saw it and oh my gosh, there's SpongeBob and Patrick and all of them beating up this person, which I think it was probably a foreign country. It was live action. It was Try Not to Laugh challenge. That video was taken down, and of course, it was untaken down. I don't think that's a word. See, this is the problem here, because even with, the most top-tier YouTubers, you still get in trouble. I even got in trouble by just live streaming twice. One time, I was just live streaming, and all of a sudden, it was taken down because of suspected copyright or community guidelines or anything. It was very vague. And then I live stream again, and then it took it down again. So I contacted YouTube, and they, of course, brought back my live streams. Weird. Very strange. They said, oh, you did not curse any time in that live stream, so we'll just get them back. It must have been a glitch. Weird, right? So, luckily, they contacted me pretty quickly and sort things out. Because they knew they pretty much fucked up. But seriously, I don't understand. Even by me reaching out to the web, Facebook, X, no one has managed, only YouTube, but it's only automated message. I know this because it's repeating the same phrases. Come on, someone from India or someone. I will have to be saying things nice about India because apparently a lot of people from India watch my content. So I have to be taking this gracefully with a grain of, I don't know if they have sand. Actually, they do. I'm not from India, okay? I don't know anything about India. I just know they have a lot of population. They have a space program, which I used to like, but I don't. They're just putting spacecraft on the moon. Okay. I'm not going to go back to that route because either way, I have no idea why live stream is not working. I haven't tried it again. It's probably a glitch. I don't want to live stream because the microphone's still broken. So that's why I have a live stream. Because the webcam microphone, it is so shit. It is horrifying. I really think it's it sounds like someone's covering up the microphone and tinny sounding. It's it comes with a light, microphone, and a camera. I guess you can have all three together. It says it's 4K. But seriously, it really doesn't. I really think I need a better webcam. Actually, the webcam does, but the microphone on it is horrifying. God damn, could they find a microphone? Even a microphone on this iPad's fine. Can they find a cheap OEM product even more cheaper? Sorry, I'm in a ranting mood. Maybe because I need to take my drugs. Oh, I'm sorry, prescribed drugs. Don't worry, I am taking this. If you don't believe me, I'm sorry. I'm only just saying being vague just because for my safety. There are lots of dangerous people out there. Cartels. And I'm not going into that because I don't want to get YouTube in trouble because they're thinking I'm a drug addict. Like some other people thought my mom was. But either way, that's the past. She's not. But, I don't want to go through it. I don't know why I brought it up. Why am I playing with this? I don't know. Because I'm bored? No. But yeah, the carpet system. Very faulty. Absolutely. It's just... Here's the reason why they formed this. Is because of parents not paying attention. Here's a tip. If you want to have a child, you want it, okay? Now, you gotta remember... Once you have a child, you either put it up to adoption. Most people just kill them. I know this might sound a bit violent, but there are some cases. For example, that one example where this mom just put her minivan inside of running water on the ocean. You've probably seen that before. Yeah, people can go big strands to do that. There's such thing as abortion, by the way, but there are some religions out there that don't allow it. Thankfully, I'm an atheist, so that's only why I have not done any sex at all. Now, I can't say this because this is for 13-year-olds, so I'm sure, but kids, listen. Don't go out there. I know you're a teenager. Listen to your parents. If they tell you not to go out with some boyfriend or girlfriend, don't. Not unless if there's a parent. Make sure your parent is there to watch you. And that means if a parent's watching you, that person's a really good parent. But yeah, never take your eye off of anyone, no matter once they hit about their 20s, like 18, then they can go with everything. Keep an eye on them until they're 18 years old. That's how it works. But if they want to keep an eye on, that's fine. As long as they love you and you love them, that's what my mom does. That's how I'm living here at steady time. It saves money and it takes less stress from me. There are some pros and cons, such as living in the same home, obviously, makes a lot of stress. But we get over it. Now, I won't say, I don't mind people living with their parents. That is fine. That's actually a good thing. You know, because they can keep an eye on you, even if you're an adult. You know, but obviously they can, but they don't have to hover over you because you're an adult, but it's your choice. But if you're 17 years old, I think you should start listening to your parents. Unless if you think otherwise. Now, obviously you might say, Mommy won't give me this. Well, Mommy says it's too expensive or something like that, like acting like a snowflake. And just call social services just to say, Mommy won't take me to the park. Yeah, go right ahead. They'll probably be like, okay, this kid is a snowflake. Unless if you never even went outside. You can go outside unless if there's a curfew, which you mean you have to be a certain age and a certain time. A curfew means, like an example, iRobot. That's why I asked my mom what a curfew is. I thought it was like a curfew was a word for like Dust Bowl or something like, you know. See, that's what's weird about my autism. When I think of something, it just sounds something completely different. I know, right? By the way, my mom found me some documents that I was on a roll multiple times when I was young. That tells you. My mom even said, we should take my son. Also, I want to show you something. Mommy found this. Magnet is shit. But here's me. In 2005, I was 4 years old. I know, right? How cute am I? Now, since that's my picture, I can do what I want with it. Because it's my picture. You know, that's a weird concept. Yeah, the magnet's shit. Seriously, even the most cheapest magnet is stronger than the magnet. I don't think magnets degrade over time. I don't think that's how it works. I'm not sure. I'm no magnologist, so... Magnetologist. According to Computer Clan, he says... Well, I'm no earologist, so we'll just put this on the side. Oh, was that the bonus gift? Was that the VIP? But what a way to spend $20. Also, side note, off topic. I should have said that multiple times. My old camcorder, actually it's not mine, but technically it's ours, I should say. It's a family thing. It uses VHS, and with a charged battery, the red light turns on. Now it is from the late 1990s. It's the top of the line. In fact, it's worth like over $1,000 at the time. So it's worth like $5,000 now. It's a pretty expensive camera. Because, my mom worked at a coal mine for 15 years. Shout out for my mom. Until the mine was shut down. If you wonder where the mine is, you can't find it. But you can, of course, search on the web. I may actually link it to... Actually, I did. Monetary Tube Coal Mine. It's right next to Albers. If you're in Illinois, go to Albers. It's right there. Apparently, right next to it is a yoga area now. Yeah. It's real. It was closed down in 1996. So 15 years. Actually, we were just out there to see the meteor shower, but we just saw a bunch of planes. Mostly 737s. The rest of it, I just ignored it because there were just too many. One of them was FedEx, or was it? Either way, you might, you explain, no! You might call me that, but no. I don't go around taking pictures of planes. Those are other people that do that. You know what I do? I play games. You'd be surprised. My dad's like, oh, I'll never fly with you on a plane. Really? He said, you'll never get a job. Guess what? I got a job. A goddamn virus came and I was laid off. Oh, man. Damn it! If it wasn't the goddamn virus... Alright. Seriously. I know this is also off. Oh, so yeah, the camera. Oh my gosh, I think I really need my medicine. But that old General Electric camera, it turns on for about a split second. Now, Copilot says it comes with an AC cord, which I didn't know about this. And I've been wanting to take it to a professional. And hopefully I can diagnose it myself, but I'm not a camera person. My mom is a camera, not a video camera expert. So you might be surprised me being a YouTuber, but however, it's not as difficult to manage with the camcorder I did. Uses 8mm digital tape. And you might be thinking, yes, I was thinking about making a film, like a analog horror, werewolf style, using on an actual VHS recorder. Because, the only way for the analog horror to make sense is to actually be analog. All of it's just digital. Nope. If you want true nostalgia, I'm going to take it to the next level. Even it has to be the most cheesiest werewolf, because you can't do CGI without of like back in the day, computers were huge. Just to even process, thanks to a shout out to Captain Dew's illusion by saying the flight of the navigator. Yeah, it was a lot of computer memory. And you could just do the same thing, use the same effects 10 times, actually 100 times. You can even make thousands of them, of those ships, or even millions of those ships. Maybe it's getting carried with, reflective objects. But back then, you either had to have a lot of equipment. I mean, did you know the lunar orbiters actually were processing units? If you don't understand, lunar orbiter program was 5 orbiters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was before the Apollo missions. In fact, this was programmed. These orbiters went to the moon, and they took some pictures. And there were 2 cameras, one big, one small. And inside is just, wow. Scott Manley and the video talked about it. If you search on YouTube, there's Scott Manley video, which I did watch. It does explain, but Wikipedia does explain the pictures in detail. But holy crap. It's like those missions that were like behind the scenes that no one talks about. It reminds me of Lunar Orbiter. In fact, I don't think there's even a Kerbal movie about it. I didn't actually make it. I even made the Lunar Prospector, using the fairings to make the the omnidirectional antenna, which probably uses, I don't think UHF. I don't remember. Probably X or S band. Not band as a music band, I meant like frequency band. Shut up, David! Oh, there's no David. Who's David? Maybe I should use this thing. No way, that's what your grandpa used. They didn't have no iPads back then. And then back then when I was around, we didn't even have... Well, we had cell phones, but they looked like... They look like this. This is the cell phone. This is the exact cell phone that my mom used until 2010. Oh yeah, it used to have a little pad on it on the side, but it's not there anymore. That you would clean it off. But yeah, the Razr cell phone. You're probably familiar with this. It's very popular. One of my favorite cell phones. There was actually another one which obviously died because my dad jumped in the water to save me because I was upside down in the water. I don't even know how I got upside down. Those things were not designed to be upside. But also, my parents were obviously growing up. In fact, if you go to the Sam's Club in Fairview Heights, or was it O'Fallon, because that place was built in the 90s, I actually found you can actually go to gas pumps there. If you look on the warning signs, you will find this cell phone. Yes, there is. I think I should have took a picture of it. But yeah, it does work, but it doesn't work because plain obsolescence. Verizon decided to change their cell towers. That's the issue. It works just as fine. If the cell towers were not changing, people would still be using these. Battery works. Also, the antenna is actually broken, but it's alright. What's interesting is that the microphone is actually not on this piece. It's actually here. Why, Motorola? Yes, I do have a StarTAC. I'm too lazy to show it. I've showed them before, and in fact, I even showed my grandma's or nanny's version because I found it, and it surprisingly worked. At the time, the cell towers were still working at the capacity, so although I couldn't call people, at least gave digital. So there is a video or a live stream that I did about that cell phone. So I probably will link it. Oh, I gotta link a lot of stuff now. I won't. Not until I get relaxed. But either way, yeah, I have, all that stuff I just showed you is original. I could show you the camera. I even charged the battery up twice. Actually, I think 3 times. And it's not the battery. The battery is actually not lead acid. That's probably why it hasn't died yet, because lead acid obviously gets kind of bad, gets degraded. It's not planned obsolescence, it's just how the chemicals, just exactly how batteries work. That's why lithium is always the best. And even Computer Clan said that that's not how it works. Batteries will die, they just get old. They get crystals growing, except for solid state batteries. Those can last forever, basically. Damn it. I wonder if NASA will start using that. Don't worry, folks. It comes from here. Same guy that made lithium-ion batteries. Got this information from Joe Scott, so I didn't get this. So that's the references. You always gotta have references. Where is this information coming from? He came from that. So if you have any information to scold him, to say, oh, you taught this kid that's autistic. Don't call me a kid. I'm 24. I guess you could, because theoretically I'm actually younger than normal, but yeah, ADHD and autism don't mix up. And we're about 26 minutes already. I thought, okay, you know what? Either way, sorry. That's a lot to dig in, though. Because I just wish it was a live stream. That way you guys could see, you know, people would pop up. What is with the people farting and stuff? I don't understand. Do you guys have a farting fetish? If you do, I'm not that guy. I'm sorry. Go find someone else. There's a lot of people, weird people out there. Now, if you want to see my other social medias, you can always look on my contact list on YouTube. It's always available. And if you want to join if you want to friend me, you most likely will be denied. Because I'm not doing it just because I hate you guys. I'm just doing it because of my own privacy. I will accept you. If you say, hey, now of course, here's the other problem. If you guys friend me, if you say, oh, I'm going to friend you, and then if I friend you and you turn out to be a scammer or so, I keep forgetting to report people. I got to start reporting people. I'm not sure who is or who. Not until they actually tell me, what's your favorite class in Team Fortress 2? Oh, nice items you got. Oh, you have to, make sure you, I don't want to. If you want to, go on your own. Don't ask me. I'm just a little person compared to other people. Your stupid sponsors. You know, I actually been sponsored once, and I accidentally declined it. It was something about a microphone company. Either way, I'm not going to go. I don't want anyone paying me just to advertise their product. That's not how I work. But I will advertise my mom, because most of it is from my mom and some other sources. But I will not. Most likely my sponsoring ship comes from my dad, but it's not a sponsor, it's just how everything lives. If I do have a shop, I will not be putting all the products from made in China. They'll instead will probably be made not from any of those countries. Not India, too. I'm sorry. I just can't. I'm not, because it's just, all right? I know I'm being patriotic, okay? If you want me to, if you Indian people decide to, since apparently a lot of people from India like me, or watch me, I should say, not like me. I know this because I do occasionally look at my information to analyze where my video is actually going, especially that video got 22,000 views on it, and it was actually just a failed video. I don't understand YouTube algorithms. I don't understand. It's a part 2. The reason why it's a part 2 is because my mom told me to take my medicine. But don't worry, once my mom fixes the wires for the microphone, I will start live streaming. Now, I tried I tried live streaming myself. It just said no. In fact, I tried to use the other microphone, my headset. No. I think about getting an Alienware headset. I'm not sure how. I'm not a headset user. I have Bose speakers. Yeah, Bose is good. It's not sponsored. No. I bought these. You know, they didn't pay me just to tell that they're good. Honestly, they're good. To be fair. Or yeah, to be fair is actually sounds better grammar than to be honest. I hate when people say I'm not gonna lie, especially these ones. Oh my gosh, I could just rip sorry. I'll just tell them politely. That's the wrong terminology. And you've said it 3 times, so that means I'm reporting you, and I did. But honestly, even if you say it for fun, I will be angry. Unless if you're talking about a knocked up joke. Again, you know, back in the day, I thought, you know, when someone had even copyright music, I would shout out at them. But I kind of stopped doing that because apparently, not all copyright music it is, because apparently I got copyrighted myself, but nothing bad happened. I even filtered out the copyright content and didn't show up. So I have no idea what YouTube motive is. Also, I've heard that Surviving Mars is getting up there or something. I don't know. I don't know what they mean. I don't get these companies are being very vague. If they turn this game into a Counter-Strike Global Offense 2 thing, I'm going to be so angry. There's really nothing I can do. The only thing I could do is rant, which most likely will get me banned again and again and again, and probably killing myself is not going to fix anything. Honestly. The only way to do it is by shouting out and being loud. That's how you do in the big books. Yeah, that's for you people. Yeah, the crisis hotline's gonna... I've actually have content, but it was actually not for me. It was actually for a friend. Because apparently people were saying to go kill himself. You know how trolls are. Okay, you know, kill yourself. They didn't say it to me. They said it to my friends. And I don't like that. When other bullies bully my friends, you get the wrath of the Wallaby. You get the wrath of the Wallaby himself. I will strike you like a foot paw down under. There you go. For you people out there. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Especially I saw a speech bubble that said these ones. I'm not showing that, Mom, because she'll freak out. Stop playing with this! I don't know why. It's addicting. You know, this thing is from 1980. Did I mention that? This thing is 1980, copyright 1980. Don't believe me? It's reversed, but yeah. It says, Aero Products Research Incorporated, 1980, copyright 1980. And here's a warning on it, and it says, caution, excessive heat may damage this product. Well, thank you for telling me. That's it? No bending it? But yeah, this is very useful because it does actually show you the exact numbers. Like your watch doesn't tell you much. This is it's not a compass. It's just you got to make sure where you're, because your magnetic compass you have to use. I know I might sound a bit raw. If your people are pilot license, you'll probably look at me like, that's how that works. Trust me, I'm learning. And once I learn it, all those words are going to make nonsense. You're just going to make me look, I don't know. Instructions. To find true course, place course line on your route of flight. Rotate azimuth, placing north lines parallel to the longitude line. Number 3, true course is at large arrow matching your destination of flight. Number 4, to find magnetic course, go to Sorry, I'm just kidding. Define magnetic course. Determine variation at your position. Read the magnetic course opposite the degrees of verification. Wow. Also, I got pagers, but you know what? I really think I should dress like, you know, what my dad looked like when he came from work in that video from 2004, Daisy. We found a chipmunk video, which apparently I didn't know until the AI told me, Ask AI from YouTube, told me it was, my mom said, son of a bitch. The memory stick was full, suggesting it was memory stick? I don't know. I know it wasn't, I wonder if I can have it here. Aha! I don't think it was this camera. You know, one of the small cameras that were used back in the early 2000s. Mom says this doesn't work, kind of. This looks really cheap. Wait a minute. I just realized it. This doesn't have an 8... Does this have an 8mm? Oh. Oh. Oh, whoa. Wait a minute. Well, it's on. Oh, it is. There's a tape in here. Oh my gosh, it's so tiny. Oh, let me put it up to camera. Okay, so obviously it's supposed to be electric, so this thing might work because battery's dead. It would have been turned on by now. It would go boom. I remember those days. Touch screen. Oh my gosh, the screen is tiny. When these cameras that were used, tape memory. Oh, there's the battery ejection. Oh man, this brings back bad memory. I mean, good memory, sorry. Off. Oh, is it night vision? It's meant to be where the infrared laser is. Or infrared light. Is that a headphone jack? It looks like one. Lens cover? Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, that's really cool. Of course, it's Sony. I wonder if this is made in China. Nope, it's made in Japan. Look at that. Oh, wait. There is a memory stick. So maybe it does both? Maybe it does both. Digital video cam record. I bet you this might be the camera that must have been used. I don't know, because I have not turned this on yet. I will have to compare it to... That'd be so cool if I actually go to the location, except it's actually owned by a different person. But I would definitely be like, knocking on the door, be like, hey, I know, that sounds a bit weird. Oh man, this brings back good memories. Oh, viewfinder. Colorful viewfinder, I guess that's what it means. So it's like on the side here, you've got, I think that's a micro, oh, DV. Oh, that's micro USB. DV, AV, LANC. I don't know what that is. Memory stick. It does. So it does have a memory stick. Those things were very expensive back then. And they were a bit different back then. Man. Memory. So it looks like there's something in there, but obviously it's covered. I do like the lens cover. It's so simple. what it looks like. People would be like in the 2004. And they would open it. Oh, I didn't know you could press record on here. At least there's no Japanese. That's weird. There's no Japanese writing. And if it's Chinese, it's like some Chinese lettering saying made in China. Okay, I think we're done here.